We will now discuss another important topic that is called leaky bucket flow control. Leaky bucket flow control. This is important for university, okay, not forget. So imagine a bucket with a small hole at the bottom. No matter the rate at which water enters the bucket, the outflow is at a constant rate. Okay, so basically what is happening, let us draw one figure. Suppose this is a tap. Okay, so water is falling from the tap. This is a bucket. This is a water. This is a leaky bucket. Leaky bucket. This is the water, and there is the water is flowing through this leakage. So water dips of the hole at a constant rate. Okay, so this is basically water is flowing coming from the tap. This is a bucket, and through the hole the water is constantly coming out. Same thing we will consider. Suppose this is a host computer. So these are some packets, data packets, and the flow is unregulated. Data packets is coming from the host computer in unregulated manner. So there is a bucket or buffer, let us say there is a buffer, but here we will use the bucket term. Bucket holds packet, okay, and this is nothing but regulated flow. This is unregulated coming from the host, but after here it is a regulated flow. So interface containing a leaky bucket. So this is basically a diagram. So nothing more to understand. That is, data will come from the host computer unregulated manner. There will be a buffer or bucket where all the data will come and remain in the buffer, and from the buffer there will be a regulated flow of the data. So in the network the flow of the data will be at a uniform rate. Okay, so this is the main funda of the leaky bucket flow control. But there is one problem in this leaky bucket flow control. Suppose if this particular buffer is get full, then what will happen? The overflow will happen. So to overcome that, another concept came, that is called token bucket algorithm. Okay, so next concept to overcome this problem is token bucket. So if incoming flow is too much, then buffer may get full very soon and overflow may happen. So comes the picture of the token bucket. Okay, so what is the token bucket basically happening? Let us draw the figure. this host computer. Okay, so these are the data is coming. Okay, so this the bucket holds token. Okay, so what is basically happening? One token is added to the bucket every delta t. Okay, and this is your network. So basically this is happening. So the token bucket algorithm allows saving up to maximum size of bucket n. Okay, but can't ensure uniform data rate. So because you can ensure the flow, so there will be no overflow, but when it is coming out from the packet, so from the bucket, maybe the flow of the packet is not uniform. But in case of leaky bucket, the flow is uniform, but this is unregulated. But in case of a token bucket, this part is regulated, but outflow is not regulated. So if we mix these two things, that is token bucket and leaky bucket, then we could get all the problems solved. That is, we will first use the token bucket. Okay, so where there will be no overflow, and from after the token bucket, under the token bucket there will be a leaky bucket algorithm. Okay, which will regulate the flow. So in both cases, incoming is regulated by token bucket, and after that outgoing is regulated by the leaky bucket. So in this fashion, if we use these two things, then data will be in uniform manner and no overflow will be happened. Okay, now another important part where we'll discuss here now is what is the connection oriented and connectionless services. So connection oriented and connectionless. So in connection oriented and connectionless, okay, so basically connectionless. So these two things we will discuss. So first service, next example. First point. So we will discuss the 3 points based on connection oriented. So first point is reliable message stream. Reliable message stream. What is the example? Sequence of pages. QUEN. Sequence of pages. Number 2, reliable byte stream. What is the example? This is service, this is example. The example is remote login. Number 3, unreliable connection. Unreliable connection. And example is digitized voice. So these 3 falls under connection oriented. 1, 2, 3, this falls under connection oriented. And next 3 we will discuss about the connection less. So in the connectionless, first one is unreliable datagram. Unreliable datagram. So example is electronic junk mail. Now second point is acknowledged datagram. Acknowledged datagram. Now what is the example? The registered mail. And number 3 is request reply. An example is database query. So these three falls under connectionless service. So first three is connection oriented, and these three is connectionless services. Okay. So in the next chapter or in the next video, we will learn about the bit rate and baud rate. This is very important for the semester exam. So we will study about bit rate and baud rate in the next video. Okay.